Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. The name is Lwando Joko Sipeliti and I create content based around motherhood, parenting, lifestyle, and beauty. Okay, so if you're new here, welcome. If you're coming back, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We're on our road to 1,000 subscribers and I'm so excited and I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe. But yeah, today I bring you another video on parenting. Basically I put together a list of all the things I wish I knew before I had a baby. I feel like these things would have probably helped me or just given me a different perspective in how parenting went. And again, I'm not even gonna ramble any longer. Let's get started. Okay, so again, I have a notebook with me that I'll be using to keep me on track because you know your girl can talk. I don't have much of a sequence today. I just wrote the points as they came to me and I'll just be delivering them as we go. Once again, I'll highlight everything on top for you to just, if you're writing things down or you just wanna, I don't know, I'm a visual person. I love visual things, so I'll always be adding visual something for you to see, okay? So the first point starts with, there is no textbook baby. I don't know about you, but when I found out I was going to be a mom, I literally was reading the most when it came to pregnancy, milestones, weeks. I had the app, the baby center app that tells you how big your baby is now, how many centimeters, what they should be doing in the womb. So by the time I gave birth, I kind of knew, okay, when they're born, this is going to happen. At 2 weeks, this is a milestone. At 6 weeks, at that, you know. Almost like creating a perfect textbook baby. And baby comes and they're like, sorry, it's my world, my rules, and it's literally about who I am. So it's just very important to know that there is no such thing as a textbook baby. Your baby's gonna arrive and they'll either shock you because of how different they are to what you thought they are, or shock you at how chilled they are compared to what everyone else said how fussy they're going to be. So just when you're going to parenting, going with the flow. I'm a planner, so going with the flow is not something I'm really good at or enjoy doing. But when it comes to having your first baby, you literally go with the flow and you work your life around them until you guys are in harmony. So just be aware of that, okay? Yeah, which leads into my next point of needing to go with the flow. If you are literally like a clean person, like cleanliness, you need structure, you have a routine in your day, man, I'm sorry to tell you, but you're literally gonna have to rearrange all of that. Almost give yourself like a good 3 to 4 weeks once baby's here to kind of just smash that routine you had and kind of just start over and build around baby. Because everything literally is about the baby and their schedule, okay? The next point is unsolicited advice. Everyone is going to want to give you advice because every parent who's come before you thinks that they've mastered the parenting thing, including myself. Look at me making YouTube videos on parenting. You know, I'm not giving you unsolicited advice, okay? I'm just trying to tell you what I learned. But what I'm trying to say is that there are people that are going to give you advice all the time and it's going to annoy you. It annoyed me when I was pregnant, when people literally just wanted to like sit me down and tell me stuff. And I was like, just leave me alone. I got this. I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Everyone has a different style in the way they parent. And so, you know, as when you're a parent, you assume your style of parenting is the way and you try to tell everyone about it, of which that doesn't work. And they will judge you on things that you do that they didn't do because they think it's wrong or they'll find fault. Especially with me culturally, there's certain things that we do and some things I was like, I'm just not going to do that. It's just not for me. And of course, I got judged because, girl, what you doing? You know what I mean? Like, you're not supposed to wear flip-flops after having a C-section. You're supposed to wear socks with shoes for like the first 3 months. And I was like, I'm fine. Like, I will wear my flip-flops. I will wear my short dresses. Literally, I'm healed and good. And of course, people had an issue with that. What I'm trying to say is that like people are always gonna have something to say, and you must just prepare yourself for that and just not have an emotional trigger to what people say, especially if you disagree. My best thing is I would not say, yeah, okay, really, no, I'll do it. Not do it, because people like to be helpful, and when they feel like they've helped you, it makes them feel good. So in order to make the other person feel good, I'd say, yeah, sure, I'll do it, knowing full well I'm not. Don't take it personally. It's just how people are and how parents are. So yeah. Next point is breastfeeding will show you flames. I've said it now in the past 3 videos, and I feel like I haven't iterated it enough. Breastfeeding is a flameful activity, especially if you don't know what you're doing. So like I said before, it doesn't come naturally. You kind of have to learn how to do it when you give birth. As I've said in the previous videos, read about it, at least go in having a bit of a technique, know about positions, latching, speak to a lactation specialist if you feel, I'm not even say if, just speak to one. That advice is golden, because it literally will make breastfeeding a breeze for you. And again, there's nothing wrong with formula fed babies. A healthy baby is all that matters. So regardless of the fact that you decide to breastfeed or have a formula baby, there's no judgment in that. So just be aware, and don't be hard on yourself if the breastfeeding journey doesn't work out the way you want it to, or you feel like it's not for you. That's okay. That doesn't make you any less of a mom. The only thing that's important is to keep your baby healthy and for you to heal and feel like yourself again. And if you take the formula route, big ups to you, babes. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. And so I hate that people have that perception of judging you if you do decide to formula feed, because we all don't know, what different people go through. So just keep that in mind. It's your journey and your baby's journey combined. Okay. Then find a healthy support system. Like, for example, I had a group of moms that I met, and we literally were like this. We met every Wednesdays and we grew together with our kids, and it was the best emotional support I could get, because as a first-time mom, I was going through a lot of firsts and I felt alone. I was the only one in my group of friends who got married, who had a kid. So I was just going through life, and I was like, who else is going through this? I have questions. I have so many questions. Like, ish ain't adding up right now, and I'm alone, So once I met them and were able to speak about things that I was going through, and I was like, that's normal. It felt so good. It felt great. So try and get into those mom groups. Find people in your area and people who are like you, ne? Because don't go to those people who are perfect. How are you? I'm perfect. How's baby? Perfect. My life is golden. Those people are going to make you feel bad about having a human way of living. Stay away. Stay away from those triggers, okay? So like-minded individuals will help you. I also had a best friend. We are still besties to this day. I call her my best friend. I don't care if she doesn't feel the same way. You're my bestie, okay? So she also felt pregnant the same year. Our kids are more or less the same. I literally would message her about everything and anything. I sent her pictures. I literally bombarded her, and I never felt like she got annoyed. And so for me, that was the perfect support system, because I felt like she cared, and if I needed to vent, I knew that she was there. So it's important to actually just know the people that are close or around you, who is really close to you, is going to help you transition into motherhood. Okay, which links into my next point. You are going to lose a lot of friends. I used to be like Miss Social Girl. I had a group of friends larger than my whole apartment complex combined. And after I had a kid, it was crickets. It was silence. And I was just so confused, because my phone was like, hey, what's going on? Let's go, let's do this. Hey, are you? To just silence. And I don't know if it is because you've moved into a stage that you're no longer not relevant, but you just don't have a lot in common with the people that you're with, or if people just genuinely want to give you space into becoming a new mom, which doesn't make sense, because you kind of don't really want space. You kind of want people because it's lonely. So yeah, I lost a lot of friends. Also realized that people are in your life for a season, and when that season ends, it's over. And so those friendships were in that period or season of my life. Once I transitioned into motherhood, they just didn't come along with me, or they just were no longer aligned and acquainted with my life. And that's okay. Just know that, you might have 7, 8 friends and you might end up with 2. It happens. So the few that do stick around are the ones that are really your besties, because they're able to transition with you in your different aspects of life. And for me, I appreciate that, to the point where at the stage where I'm at in my life, my friendship circle is so small and I love it. Like, I let go of so many people. Even now, like, I have 3 kids already. It's been years since I had my first. I know how to let go of friendships that are no longer aligned with me now, and I have peace. The peace I have, I wish I could have told myself earlier, don't hold on to something that no longer is fruitful for you. It literally would have made life so easy for me. Okay. Next point, babies can make or break your relationship. And this is something that's not talked about a lot. Like, I hear those hints being said that, ooh, a baby comes, your relationship might change. And so it's so important with your partner for you guys to literally be like communication gods before you have a child. You guys have to be a team before anything else. I always say, if you don't have the need to service and make your person happy, it's going to be an issue when baby comes, right? Because if you're in a relationship where you guys are servicing each other and you're working around each other's needs and not making it about me, it's easier to bring someone else into the equation, because baby changes everything. Your alone time changes, your communication changes, like the quiet time you guys used to have changes, the different activities you used to do changes, friendship groups changes. Everything you were able to do before baby kind of halts, and you now have to work around this whole situation. And unfortunately, the female gets like 80% of it. The body changes, the breastfeeding, they become the primary parent. So there's a lot of that, oh, why does it feel like I'm doing a lot, you know? And so for me, what I found the key was communicating. Like, I told my husband everything I was feeling. Even when I was annoyed, even when I was feeling resentful, because he hadn't changed physically. His life hadn't changed in the sense that we had a baby, but he still looked like himself. Physically, he was himself, and he was still able to do activities he was doing before. And that can be very painful if you are an active person, to go from being active, doing this, and now whoop, quiet, and you can't do anything. And so me communicating and saying, oh, I'm feeling a little bit of resentment towards you. I don't know why, because there's no reason, because you're being so helpful. You're doing everything you can to help me and make life easy for me, but it's just making me so aware of how much my life has to be put on hold because of babies, you know? Just those conversations that sparked. And for us, like I said, we're a team, man. We literally work like, he's on, what can I help you with? What do you need me to do now? Those were his words. And I love that, because he didn't come in assuming that what Lwando liked before babies, what she like now. No, he needed to know what I was feeling at that stage and what he could do to help me, you know? So just be aware of that. I've heard a lot of people say babies can break a relationship. That's a sad reality. And it's something that maybe you should think about and communicate early, so that you don't have a lot of firsts and a lot of surprises when that happens. But I do think this is a topic that should be spoken about more, especially if you go through the whole baby classes and all those different things and all the things that you read up. I wish that topic could be said, that like your relationship literally can change because of a baby. Okay, but it doesn't have to be negative. I'm just giving you the different facts. It doesn't have to be negative. I was in the beginning, we didn't know what we were doing. There was a lot going on, but once we found our rhythm, even now, ooh, like it's smooth sailing. My husband and I literally work around each other, like, you know, like waves in the ocean where they kind of just build together and they go up. And I know I'm poetic, whatever, leave me alone. But we're just so in sync with what's going on that now we don't even have to say much for him to know, okay, do this. Okay, this one has fallen, I'm changing a nappy, let me get the bag, pack the clothes so long while she's packing, let me pack the lunch. We just know how to move around each other because we've communicated so early in the beginning. Now that we have 3, we got this, you know what I mean? So it really can be a positive experience, but try to work on that early so there's no surprises when baby comes, okay? Mommy, you're gonna have to be a power napping queen. If you don't know what power napping is right now and you wanna have a baby, learn now. Like, literally, if you are those people who needs like your 8, 9, 10 hours of sleep full on with no distractions, with no disruptions, girl, stop. Set an alarm. Set something that's going to wake you up and disrupt your sleep. In the afternoons when you're feeling a bit tired, power nap. Because if you figure out power napping before you have a baby, it will make things so easy, especially that fatigue that gets you after you have a child. Like, power napping is going to be the one thing that keeps you going, and literally will help you not feel like you are hitting your limit when it comes to how tired you are. Okay, so power napping. If there's anything you don't remember today from this video, power napping is the one you must remember. It will literally save your life. Okay, I'm being dramatic, whatever. Okay, next, mom instinct might not kick in right away. I didn't have that feeling when my baby was born of, oh, it's my baby, tears and emotion. No, she kind of looked weird. I'm speaking about my first now, and I'm just speaking about all my kids. They looked a bit weird, crying a lot, didn't really know what to do with my baby. Then I kind of just got back into recovery, and she was put immediately in my boob, and she was hurting me. She had long nails. She was scratching me as well. It was just, we just met. We are strangers to each other. Like, I don't even know you like that. You know what I mean? And you're already up here in my chest. So I felt like, where's that natural motherly instinct of, oh, I love you, you're here in my life now? I didn't feel that, and I felt bad. I was like, what's going on? Am I not mother enough? Have my instincts not kicked in? And the thing about instincts is that you're gonna learn your baby. Like I said, you literally just met like a few days ago or today. It's gonna take a while for you guys to be in sync and kind of know what's going on. Your baby's meeting you for the first time as well, outside of your womb, where your body provided everything for them. So instinct will kick in at a later stage for some people. Some are blessed, they just like whoop and they're in it, you know. Then there's people like us who are like, whoa, what's going on? And I learned that the more I stepped away from trying to be a perfect mom to my baby from the time they were born, the easier it was for me to transition and learn them along the way. Literally just having a blank page and saying, okay, draw your dots, let me try and figure out, you know, putting all those dots together and form this picture that you and I are in right now. And my second and my third was easier, because when my son was born, my second, I was like, okay, it's you, it's me. Let's get to know each other. You know, like, what's your name? What's your favorite color? You know, so yeah, it doesn't always kick in naturally, and just know that it takes time to get to know your baby and know their needs and their wants. And don't push yourself or feel bad if you don't feel it the first time around. It'll happen. It'll happen. It takes time. Okay. The last point, which is also another point I've spoken about, I think it's my third time now, postpartum will hit you when you least expect it. Like, it will just be bam in your face, weren't even ready, weren't even prepared. Like, everything will be going so well, and then all of a sudden things change. Like, baby cries for the 5th time today, which is less than yesterday because they cried 9 times, but you just like, I'm done. Like, just stop crying. This is too much for me. And that's when you know, okay, my limit has been reached. Something has been triggered. I need help. And it's important for you to communicate that. Don't ever be scared as a parent to feel like, oh, my baby's enough, but I can't say anything because I'm a bad parent. No, we're all humans. Like I said, we all have different thresholds when it comes to our triggers, pain tolerances, and all of that. And we all need help in some aspect or form or way. That's why I always say, if you can have a support system that can help you from the word go, it can eliminate some of the things that you would go through, like the fatigue, being overwhelmed from an early stage. Okay, so the only thing I always say is get help fast, talk about it fast, and just take care of you before anything else, so that you are able to show up for baby, show up for your family, but before anything else, be able to show up for yourself. Because in healing after birth, it also needs internal healing, psychological, mental, emotional healing, in order for you to really get into this beautiful journey of motherhood and enjoy it. Yeah, I hope my points didn't scare you, but I just wanted to give you some of the facts and things that I wish people could have told me, to look deeper and speak deeper about them, more than the other obvious things about newborns and things like that, because we focus a lot on baby, we forget about mom. And it's important that you also focus on yourself. Okay, but on that note, that's it. That's all my points. Again, if you have anything to add, down in the comments. I absolutely love when other moms come and they give their input, because if we're getting different perspectives. What my way or what I say is not their way. It's just my opinion and what I've learned. So if you have anything to add, please write down below. I'll always respond. And again, if you haven't yet, please subscribe. So many of my viewers are not subscribed, so please subscribe. It's free. And like I said, I'm on my road to 1,000. So I'd really appreciate it. But yeah, guys, enjoy your day. This is my last too serious video. Next video will be a nice self-care vlog for you to try and see what this mommy does to take care of herself before anything else. But yeah, stay tuned and we'll see each other again on Sunday. Bye.